Hey guys, welcome to this lecture. So in this lecture, I want to talk about why it's important and what point to travel to your VA's destination and meet him or her in person. Because if you don't do that, your VA might think that you're not serious, that you're, might be looking for someone else as well or other things. So it's important to show that you're serious and you want to establish a good team, so you need to go and meet your VA in person. So guys, from my experience, I remember, when I started to work with Nina, and I knew that she was also doing other things, right? She might be taking other projects, working with other people, but eventually if you want to be serious, if you want to really develop that strong connection and start, building the team stronger, you need to show that you're serious, that you want this person to potentially lead the team as well. So what I did, I decided to go and travel to meet Nina in person, and this is actually in one of my blogs from Philippines, Manila. So if you search for my blogs in Manila and Philippines, you'll immediately see it. And I remember from that trip, it was important because we first met in person. I started to, discuss with her how the work was, how we can improve it, what things she might be feeling maybe not happy about or happy. So like this, you can really set proper goals and targets together. And I remember as well, I asked her before I went to Philippines, I said, okay, we have to build a team. We have to potentially hire more people. So I asked her if she could help me, and she's like, yeah, of course I can help. And she prepared a list of, was around 10-15 people which I have interviewed. And what it's great about, if you have this first connection with your VA and you can trust her or him, the good thing about it, if you're gonna start hiring more people, your VA is gonna really find the people who you can trust and you guys together can trust. Because usually what happens when someone, for example, Nina, she was working in another company before we started working together, and she was working with the team as well, with people, and then when she left, other people left too, because in the Philippines usually they always stay together. Because it's like teamwork is the most important. So in that case, when I started talking with her, we started working together, and then she started proposing the other people who might be working with us. She of course mentioned some people what she had worked together before. So this is a good thing, because that means in the past they have been working together, have a good teamwork. So this is very good. And when you're gonna go and meet, you have to use, of course, the opportunity to meet other people. So you have to, once, for example, Nina, she was finding me those people, so I was talking with them, I was trying to understand what kind of goals, what kind of interests they have, if they had experience with that, and then you have to make your own decisions. So out of this, I would say don't be really on the safe zone. So for example, if you see you have 3 candidates you can hire, go ahead and hire those 3 people. Don't say, okay, I'm gonna hire one person, then maybe later I'm going to hire another one, because what usually happens, especially in the Philippines, competition is high. So those people who are working in different companies, freelancers, they constantly change and basically they change the jobs, change the companies, the projects they're working. So they might be available at the time you're talking to them, but afterwards they might be working with someone else as well, because a lot of people, of course, they also want to take advantage and build their teams, like in Philippines, in other places. But I see that because I've been there number of times already, a lot of times, and I see that people are always looking. So very important, build that first relationship with the VA, then travel, because that way you will show that you're very serious about what you guys are doing together, and she will feel confident. That's the most important, because they want to feel confident. They want to feel that you will take them on your journey. Not you will work for 1 month and then say goodbye, because people in the Philippines, they really take care of the team, of the business, and they could be working for a lifetime because they need that consistency. This is the most important. So once I traveled there and met all the people, then I made those decisions to hire certain people, and afterwards I made another trip where we met all together, and then we started working together. So from my experience, what I can say, if you're starting hiring people, you don't need an office at the beginning. So it's good if you have an investment to make. Of course, it's good to have an office, but the biggest problem what they have in the Philippines, and I assume in other countries in Asia as well, is the problems with the traffic. So you want to make sure you save a lot of time of what people could be on the road, but instead they could be working. So that's the biggest advantage in the Philippines. People are very capable on working basically at their home, at their coffee shops and other places, because they still have this strong teamwork. And right now it's been more than a year since I started building a team in the Philippines, and we have been working both in the office, we have been working remotely, and right now we're actually working remotely because the most important, if you're gonna be attached to an office place, people have to be traveling there, right? And some of them takes forever to get there, like 3 hours to get to the office. So don't worry about the office at the beginning. Later on, you can potentially scale it, but I find it still very useful because from the production, being like productive wise, it's still the same. Like I would say, there is no problems because in Philippines, people are comfortable working from home. They're comfortable working in the different places, in the co-working spaces, or anywhere that there is a good Wi-Fi connection. So to sum up this lecture, a very important thing is at one point you need to go and travel and meet your VA in person, because she'll be able, or he will be much more confident in your work, and you will of course see her or him, and that will create a stronger relationship. And when you will scale your team as well, when you will hire new team members, it's important you talk to your VA, because she or he knows much better that world. She knows how many freelancers they are, how competitive it is, and she's not gonna trust you someone who she doesn't feel comfortable with, right? Because obviously they're gonna be working together in the future. So if you go to the other agency, they're gonna treat you more as a client, so they not really caring much about that loyal connection, so they just want to make sure they close the deal with you. So talk with your VA, make sure you talking also, so don't keep it to yourself, discuss about the plans, and you'll see that how open they are, how willing they are to help you, and making sure the team is becoming stronger and you're hiring more people as well. So this is very important. And when you go there, try to really talk with a lot of candidates, really understand their needs, what they're doing in life as well, and that will help you establish those connections, and then you can start building a successful team. Thank you guys so much for watching this lecture. Please let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you ask questions in the group, because this is the most important part of your journey, is where when you're gonna start delegating the work, start hiring your first VA. So feel free to share your experience in the group, and also you can watch my journey on YouTube, and I encourage you to do that because you will learn a lot from there, because I have all my vlogs, all my trips documented on YouTube and on my Instagram. So feel free to check it out, and I will see you in the next lecture.